Hi everybody, Griff Hamlin here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Thanks for joining me today. In this video we're going to talk about, one of my absolute favorite songs in the world. This is a kind of a tribute to a guitar player that we lost recently, Mr. Gary Moore. And I'm going to talk about his tune called Still Got the Blues, which uses a really cool set of chords. In jazz circles you might call these a circle of fourths. It's not something you hear all the time in blues, although it comes up a lot more in pop music actually than anything else from what I've seen. But in this case, the tune is basically in the key of A minor, and depending on how theoretical you like to get with this, it's kind of in C major and it's kind of in A minor. I'm going to be describing a little bit about both. And the changes start out with a D minor 7 chord. And the way that I'm playing that is with my first finger. Actually, I would place my middle finger first on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then my first finger is going to bar across the 1st fret on the 1st and 2nd strings, and I'm going to pluck the open 4th string. So when I play them all together they sound like that, but in this case we're going to arpeggiate it, and this tune is in 6/8 time, so we're going to have 6 eighth notes per measure. So it's going to go something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to have that 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. It's going to be 2 groups of 3. And we're going to get that kind of 6/8 pulse. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And you'll notice I'm doing down picks when I'm moving my arm down and up picks when I'm moving my arm up. Now the next chord is actually the same on top. Technically speaking, you'd probably call this next chord a G11 or a G dominant 7 type of chord. I often see it written as D minor 7 over G, which is D minor 7 / G. And what that means is that we're going to take this same D minor 7 chord on top and put it over a G bass, which I can get with my 3rd finger down here on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And so now my bass note is really all that's changed, and I'm still going to do the same arpeggio pattern, so I'm still going to do like that. So far I have D minor 7, I'm going to call it G11, and the next chord is a C major 7. Now from a theory standpoint, I've so far done 2 and 5 in the key of C, which is a really common chord progression. And I'm going to go to a C major 7, which is basically just open C without your first finger. And so I'm going to hit the bass note, the 5th string, and then I'm going to skip the 4th string with my arpeggio. One more time. And now I'm going to do the F major 7. So if C was 1, F major becomes 4. Now the reason they call this a circle of fifths is because, or circle of fourths, I'm sorry, is because from D minor to G is the interval of a fourth. From G to C is the interval of a fourth. From C to F is the interval of a fourth. From F to B, which is the next chord, is going to be a fourth. And from B to E, which is going to be the next chord, is going to be a fourth. So we just keep moving in fourths. So this F major 7 is 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, open 1st string. So my arpeggio is going to be 4th string, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So notice I've always got 6 notes. To be honest, it doesn't always matter what those 6 notes are. If you mix it up a little bit, it's really no big deal as long as you get 6 of them. So far we have D minor 7, G11, C major 7, F major 7. Now we have a chord called B minor 7 flat 5. This is the 7 chord in a major key. Again, it's up a fourth from F. So we have my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. My 3rd finger is on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. I'm going to mute out the 4th string. I'm not going to use it. My middle finger takes care of that. I don't really have to think about it. My pinky is on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. My index finger is on the 1st fret of the 1st string. So I'm going to pluck 5th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And then I'm going to go to just a basic E chord. Now on this one again, I'm going to strike the low E as my 1st, then 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. 3rd, 2nd, then 1, 2, 3. So there's my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then to A minor. And you can kind of pluck these however you want. You could do like 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, or 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's not all that important. So the whole thing all together, D minor 7, G11, C major 7, F major 7, B minor 7 flat 5, E7 or E, A minor 7 or A minor. And that's pretty much the whole thing. There are occasional variations. For example, the chorus section of Still Got the Blues anyway goes from A minor to E minor, back to A minor, and up to a D9. So if you don't know D9, it's my middle finger is on the D on the 5th fret of the 5th string. My index finger is on the 4th fret of the 4th string. And my 3rd finger lays across the 5th fret on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. And then it just slides up 3 frets to F9, and ends on an E7 sharp 9, which is commonly called the Hendrix chord. And it's my middle finger here on the E at the 7th fret of the 5th string. My 1st finger's on the 6th fret of the 4th string. My 3rd finger goes on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and my pinky on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. And then back to A minor, or A minor, however you want to play it. Most of these chords, you don't have to play this way. There's definitely more than one way to play them. For example, if you prefer D minor 7 as a bar, you can certainly do that. I often play G11 like this, and I leave out the top string. Instead, I put an F down there with my pinky. I'll sometimes play C major 7 with a bar, and F major 7 like that, or sometimes like this, if you're familiar with these voicings. There's just a lot of different options. You could play E7 up here. You could play B minor 7 flat 5. You know, any voicing will work. In general, on that recording, by the way, Europa by Santana is another good example of this. It's the same, almost the same set of changes, as are, oddly enough, I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor, the disco tune. Same changes. Really bizarre, but true nonetheless. Anyway, these changes are, like I say, commonly called a circle of fourths. They're a great way to write a tune. There's a lot of cool melodies and a lot of cool ideas and stuff you can do from them. So I hope you enjoy this and can get something out of it, and we'll talk soon.